Hello, 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 and welcome back to the 3UP Moon live stream, everybody. Happy Monday. It is Monday, February 20th, 2023. I hope you're having a good start to your day, or start to your week, rather. And in Canada here, it is actually Family Day, so it is actually a long weekend here for us. So if you are in Canada, I hope you get a chance to spend some time with your family. If you're new to the channel, I stream every single day on twitch.tv/3up_moon from about 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific, and on Wednesdays and Thursdays you can always catch me during the day, usually around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Pacific. And today is episode 45 of an ongoing series that we've been doing for a year and a half now, called the Retro Roulette. So I love revisiting retro games in different ways, like playing randomizers of retro games, which shuffles elements of those games. For example, enemies, items, power-ups, music, color palettes, and even sprites. So I usually dive into games that way. I also usually revisit games or try to do full playthroughs of games that are really nostalgic to me, or that hold, I guess, a lot of importance when it comes to their sound design and their just game development in general. I'm actually a musician. I used to put on concerts before I started the stream here, but I'm a drummer and electronic musician, but I also am a community manager at a mobile game development company. So I've always been interested in game development, but I've been more increasingly interested in game development since I started this channel, since I started working for this company, and it's a lot of fun. This is an ongoing series that we do with different themes, so we don't just do animal and creature themed games. We also play space and sci-fi themed games. We play eating and cooking themed games, and all sorts. This is our biggest wheel, with over 1,500 games in the list, from Atari 2600 up to N64. And the cool thing about this specific stream, is that it's interactive. I will always do an initial spin at the beginning, but you can spin the wheel at any time for 420 moonstones. And if you're watching live, you decide what I'm playing, essentially. By spinning the wheel, we'll stop what we're doing and I'll play something else. All the games fit the theme. And if you're watching on YouTube right now after the fact, feel free to check out some of the previous episodes or some of the other playlists. There's tons to check out, and you can watch it on your own time. So we're going to start things off with the game we ended off with in the previous episode, because I really was enjoying it. It is a ROM hack from 2013 called Toad's World. It's a hack of Super Mario World on Super Nintendo, and of all the versions or the hacks that we've played of Super Mario World on the channel, it's definitely near the top of my recommendations for sure. You can check out some other hacks we've done, but this is super fun. We're on World 3. We're going to continue from Toad's World. And at any time, if someone spins the wheel, then we'll play another animal and creature themed game. Thanks again for hanging out. Stick around, enjoy some of this music, and I will not be long. I'm just going to get some coffee and we'll dive in to Toad's World. Thank you to the recent subscribers on YouTube. Thank you to the new members of the Discord. If you don't catch me here live on Twitch for whatever reason, then you can always go to my Discord, and I do regular streams there. I also do regular streams of indie games, dungeon crawlers, and Saturday morning cartoons, if you're into that kind of thing, with classic commercials and everything. Thank you to Burns Crackers for the recent follow. Thank you to Did You Know Gaming for the recent follow. I've been following you for quite some time. Welcome. And Emerald Warrioress. I love that name. Emerald Warrioress. Thank you for the follow. 1,000 Year Steven, Fexy, and the Witherling. Really appreciate it. Welcome in Zombie Paper. Welcome in Stegosaurus McCartney. Hope you're doing well. Stick around, it won't be long. We're going into Toad's World in just a moment. Hey, thanks for giving them a shout out as well. Appreciate that. Kirkin997, welcome in. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. We're just transitioning from work mode into stream mode. we'll be starting with Toad's World in just a moment. 'Cause it's a Toad's World. Papa's got a brand new Toad. Yes, it is work mode into broadcast work mode. Is it work, though? I don't call the stream work. I wouldn't call it that. Welcome in, Mighty Collector. Oh, I'm loving the dancing emotes. Is that from Celeste? If you're not following Mighty Collector, please go give him a follow. Kirkin, you know this is off topic, but do I recommend a stand mic or a table mic? Wherever you are comfortable as a streamer, I think. If you got a mic There's all sorts of, I don't think there's any specific school of thought, really, that's like the right one. As long as you're comfortable and the mic isn't popping, it's not too close. It's just got to be whatever fits your streaming space, you know. But it's always worth checking out guides online. Zombie Paper likes using a headset. See, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever you're most comfortable with, especially depending on what you're streaming, where you're streaming from, what your room is like, you know. Yes, that's Cassie. Cassie from Celeste. Okay, just a few more minutes here and then we're going to dive in. My apologies for the delay here. It's actually taken much longer than I thought. But I appreciate the patience. We go with the pace of coffee around here, or the pace of laundry, or the pace of any number of things that I do on the break. That's funny. But yeah, it is more casual. Like, we do take breaks, we listen to music, we hang out, we chat. But I dig it. Alright, we're back and we're ready to start the stream. I got my laundry in the machine, ready to start the stream. Pow! All you people watching live are seriously patient. This took way too long. My intro is supposed to be 5 to 10 minutes. And we're talking like 28, 33. Nope. Not ideal, but that's okay. We flexible. Be like water. As Loose Brie would say. Wait, what? Loose Brie. Be like water. Be like coffee. Be like gas, vapor. So here we are. You can hear me, you can see me, you can hear the game, you can see the game. You can see the meowths, you can see the bugs. This is it. This is Toad's World from 2013. And this is where we left off yesterday. Excellent music, excellent graphics, pulling from custom graphics, inspired by New Super Mario Bros., graphics from Castlevania games, Yoshi's Island, Super Princess Peach. And I would highly recommend it. Let me know if I need to adjust the volume. I feel like it needs to come down just a touch. And then I'll have a good balance for when it gets loud. Being underwater has its limits. Now, I'm more of a fan of playing standard hacks like this as opposed to Kaizo hacks, because the levels are well designed, there's a good difficulty ramp up. And we've played a bunch of Mario World ROM hacks on the stream before, but this is definitely up there. I would highly, highly recommend this. If you haven't played it, it's really cool. And the games included music from the Metroid, Zelda, Kirby series, Final Fantasy. In fact, one of the bosses was like like the Grim Reaper character. I think it's one of the characters you can play as in Final Fantasy VI. Although it's been a very long time since I played Final Fantasy VI. Of the 3 Super Nintendo ones, I've spent the most time with Final Fantasy IV. But of the 3, I kind of like Final Fantasy V the most. I love the class system in that game. Being able to just swap classes on the fly was pretty cool at the time. Final Fantasy Quest 64. Is that Mystic Quest 64? Something mystic about that one. I often wonder what a Final Fantasy game would have looked like on the 64. And to be honest, I've seen some fan art interpretations. We could have got something pretty cool. We definitely would not have gotten Final Fantasy VII. I feel like it might have been more akin to something like Mystic Quest. Something with the Final Fantasy name, but maybe a little bit different. Maybe even something like Crystal Chronicles, but a more stripped down version of it. So this is pretty cool. I like this. We did this section at the end of the last stream. Why is this an animal and creature themed stream? Well, you can say it because there's fish in the water. But it's just because Toad is in the title. We have a bunch of other games with Toad in the title, and most of them refer to this Toad or an actual Toad. It's pretty funny. Dee-doo-doo. Bee-ba-boo-boo-boo. Oh. I jump right into the fireball, huh? It's a little microfiche. There are microfiche in Super Mario Bros. 3. There's also micro Goombas, micro bloopers. I would love to see a ROM hack that made a level that turned you into like a really tiny sprite, like the size of that fireball, and then only included the microfiche, the micro Goombas, and the micro squids. That'd be really cool. One thing I don't like about this game is that the UI requires you to pause to see your lives, your coins, and your score. But it does tell you how many levels you got to go. I feel like it seems odd to remove that from the screen because it kind of makes sense to have it on screen so you understand where you're at, like where you stand. Itorama, welcome in. More Toad. Absolutely. Let's do a shout out to Zombie Paper. Yes, yes. So more Toad. More honey shroom. I like that that's Toad. Toad, you need to take a shower. You're all sticky. Whoop. Ooh. So yeah, we did this level at the very end, the last part of episode 44. And we're on to episode 45. Almost in our 50s. Nice. Yeah, there's just a lot of really cool things going on with the graphics here, the music. And I feel like I have played ROM hacks that have pulled in a lot of stuff from other games with custom assets, and they clash a lot. Oh, look, that was so close. Ooh. It's trippy going from seeing Metroid into this level, playing Metroid music. Were you just playing Metroid? Or watching a stream? A Metroid stream? That's funny. You're just watching some? Nice. Super Metroid by chance? Oh, Fusion. Yeah. That's right. I think Rush is doing Metroidvania Mondays. I totally forgot. So Fusion is just such a cool game. Just like Metroid 2, which we played very recently. Metroid 2 Return of Samus. Just like that kind of adds, in my opinion, it adds a lot more atmosphere and is just a more engaging story than the first Metroid. Just in my opinion. I feel like Metroid Fusion does the same thing to Zero Mission. Where Zero Mission is a fantastic game, it's the ideal way to play the first Metroid in my opinion. And Fusion just adds so much more atmosphere. It's a little scarier. I would argue that like Zero Mission isn't really a horror game, but that Metroid Fusion is. Just because it's got all sorts of different concepts that it kind of plays with that are a little spoopy. Thank you for the Rush Pirate. Shout out, har, yar. Meow? Meow? Meow. But yeah, Metroid Fusion is really fun. It's got a great soundtrack as well. Meow. That's funny. Yeah, go follow Rush Pirate if you're not following them. Oh my. Oh my. Honestly, thanks to the recent followers. We just hit 800 followers recently and we're already past 820. 820, blaze it. Blaze it. What are we gonna play when we hit 900? Who knows? Is there a game with the number 900 in it? I'll play it. There's actually a really cool visual novel on the DS that I saw Somniatis streams run through, and it's called like 9 Days, 9 Hours, 9 something. And it's sort of like a murder mystery visual novel. I think probably not that dissimilar to like a Phoenix Wright game, I guess. But it's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be really, it's supposed to be really immersive. Wouldn't you blaze it at 840? Yeah, 840 is blaze 2. I like it. It's just all math. What? 1260, blaze it. Blaze 3. Alright. So, you can see what they did. They introduced a Sonic 2 breathing mechanic. This actually acts a little bit more like Linus Spacehead or Cosmic Spacehead if you've played those games before. They're by Codemasters, the same people who did like the Treasure Island, Dizzy games, and the Micro Machines games. They're these sort of underwater platformers that have an interesting mechanic where you have to go into these areas for air. This is cool. Okay, let's go. I love the fish sprites. Just the sprites are, in general, are good. I know how to say fish. I just always like saying fish. Just in case you thought I just had some sort of weird quirk, which I do, it's just not that. They're going full Sonic. Mondo, cool. Mondo Toad. Way past Toad. That's no Toad. Shit. There is a missed opportunity to have a sound effect or something when you enter the bubble. Even just like a visual indicator, or just like a boop, or like a foom, foom. It would make the mechanic a lot better to use, a lot more fun to use. Yes. This is kind of an interesting mechanic though, because it is forcing me to play and go through the water level, maybe at a different pace than I normally would. And so far I've really enjoyed the design of all these levels. They feel, I guess the best way to put it, stretched out in a way that the pace mimics levels in, Super Mario Land 2. Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy, like the Pumpkin Zone and some of the levels with the dripping honey, like the cavern levels. There's just a similar feel. I don't know why that's the case, but it just feels that way to me. Zooming makes me feel fast. Zooming. There's a little bit of a lag going on here. Come on. Great music. Speaking of music, I found out, I think through Divissimo, one of our Discord community members, I found out that there's this Snoopy game on Super Nintendo called Snoopy Concert. If anyone's ever heard of this, I'm very intrigued. I actually added it to the list here. Snoopy Concert is kind of like an interactive comic. It's like a platformer, a really interesting game. It's got a bunch of different mini games and stuff. But the music is by one of the composers from Earthbound, and you can absolutely hear it. I wonder if there's a Super Mario Bros. 3 ROM hack where you can get a Sanuki suit that makes you run faster. A Sanuki suit, I like that. You know, Sonic and Tanuki, mixing those together, we actually did play an early version of a Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer that had different randomized colors, and our Tanuki suit was blue. And I think I remember someone saying that. Looks like Sonic. Press down and B to turn into a statue of a chili dog. But you can run real fast. See what I mean? Like, I feel like there should be some sort of sound effect. Basically, it's like Little Nemo Dream Master. Kills an enemy and then tauntauns it. Oh, Luke, there's a... Pretty sure there's like an inn just down the way there. I can see the fire. There's a chimney there. There's obviously a fireplace, so it's probably pretty warm. No, it's cool. I got the tauntaun. Okay, I'll catch up with you later. You can't easily find games with the name 900. Is there like an indie 900 game or something? Daytona 900 away. There's probably a bunch of games with 9 in them. Something obscure, like a game that's got 900 reviews on GameFAQs.com. Just an excuse for special stream. Yoda is apparently 900 years old. Interesting. Yodanse. Yodanse? That didn't work. Maybe there's a board or cycle sports game that focuses on 900-degree spins. Yeah. Not quite 1080 snowboarding. I love it. A skateboarding trick in which the skateboarder spins two and a half times. So 360 degrees times 2.5 is 900. Oh, he's doing an old 2.5-er. Back in my day, we call that a 2.5-er. Don't even. When 900 years you reach, look as good you will not. Use this cream, I do, every day. What's this made out of? You read the bottle. Does this say younglings? Yoda. What the hell? What is Yoda? It's like the clue in the answer. Need an envelope. Little Johnny Carson forehead envelope game. Why is it so slow? Huh. Yoda's race and homeworld have not been named in any official media, canonical or otherwise, and he's merely said to be of a species unknown by the Star Wars databank. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. The cream is made from midichlorians. That's what keeps him looking so young, so fresh. Wow, and he can be a backpack while you run? It's got the whole package. And before we play Yode's World, where's my Yoda World game? Wait, hold on, Yoda. Where are you getting that? The blood with the midichlorians in it for your youthful cream. That doesn't seem right. The 900th game should be a Yoda game, a skateboarding trick, or a bowling game. Oh my god, please, somebody make Yoda skate bowling. That needs to be a game right now. Yoda's skate bowling. How awesome would a skateboarding game be with bowling alley, like with pins set up? You do like a half pipe, and the whole time you're on your board and you're holding the bowling ball, and you're doing tricks, you know, you're doing your thing, but you've got the bowling ball. So with one, it would work totally with your dual joysticks. You'd have one joystick controlling the board, another joystick controlling the aim of your bowling ball. And throughout the skate park, you would see all sorts of like lanes that would show up, and you would even have lanes that shoot up, like half pipe lanes. So you could go up and be super dangerous. Nobody else could be skateboarding at the same time as you, because if one person just accidentally bails on a trick and lets go of a bowling ball, that's like no bueno. That would not be good. But it would be a great game, and then you could also be only playing as Yoda, so that if you do drop the bowling ball, you could just use the force to bring it back to your hand. It's perfect. It's genius. It's everything. Yoda's skate bowling. Who do you think cleaned up after Vader's mess? Well, I think that was the Umbrella Corporation, right? Aren't they the pharmaceutical company? I would totally play Yoda's skateboard bowling. It's better than Simpsons wrestling or Simpsons skateboarding. Now you're just imagining undead Yoda. Zombie Yoda? Oh, fuck you, Monty Mole. No, 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 no. Oh, he's not actually 900 years old? That's the real trick? He just looks 900. Wow. He looks so youthful. Excuse me, what? Did you say 67,000 years old? Wow, I gotta get me some of that cream. No way. But Jedi bodies disappear. Can't be a zombie. Could be a ghostly being, though. Yoda's actually a wraith. I could see it. Oh, that's an This is an interesting little. This section repeats. Oh. Speaking of Yoda, this is some Yoda maneuvering right here. To be able to do those forward and backwards flips, though, at 900, I mean, you gotta have a great chiropractor. Yoda could be possessed, perhaps. Maybe possessed by Jar Jar Binks. What the? What? Okay, we're in a cave. This is a very weird way to change the perspective, but I 100% approve. Oh, I like this a lot. It's very stealth. Yes. Mushroom-shaped hamster maze, exactly. Basically. Bonk. We got ghosts. I see it. It's definitely an interesting idea for sure. Yes. This ROM hack is super creative. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be like pretty standard levels, but they put a lot into this. Which is exactly why it's at the top of my list of recommendations. Oh, oh wow. Yes. Some pretty wild levels. I'm a big fan of Vanilla Dome, which is also World 3 in the original Super Mario World. But this is, and I think the reason why is I love the music. I really like the levels, especially when I first played Super Mario World as a kid. I really like the levels in that area as well. And this is also very similar. I think I'm liking this world more so than the other one, and I actually really like the water mechanics. Which, you know, I like the water mechanics in the original game too, but the water mechanics here are pretty neat. Oh. Interesting. Oh, yeah. You've praised this game, but then they had to put in a dark level. Thankfully, our mushroom head glows a little bit. And so do Koopa wings and these platforms. Ah, Touch Fuzzy gets small. Where's my Dizzy? Where's my Dizzy? Oh. Toads are bioluminescent. Oh, shit. That would explain a lot of things. If your toad starts glowing, call this number 1-899-386-GLOW-TOAD, and we'll refund your toad. Return the toad and bring you a non-glowing toad at no cost. We'll also include this Nintendo 64 branded glove. It's bad. I'd like to return my toad, please. Oh. Little dark watermelon block. Nice. Oh. You can barely even see it. Am I just supposed to wait for the right time? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, that was kind of a secret too. There we go. Not a secret, but just another entrance. Let's see. Secret pipe. Definitely a secret pipe. I think a secret door would be if we found like a P-switch and it revealed an invisible door. Because they do have those in this. But so far, I've really liked what they've done in terms of the setup of some of the secret entrances. They've actually had us fall down pits and stuff, and that ended up being a secret exit. Pretty cool. So this is it. This is the castle. Castle number 3. Right away. So the thwomps behave a little differently in this. If you're standing on the ground when a thwomp's slamming down, you're gonna have a frown, because if you press up, left, right, or down, you won't be able to move. Yeah, I didn't rhyme the last part, but I tried. If you press up, right, left, or down, left, right, down is up, down, left is right, right, left, up is down. Oh, speaking of down, clunk, clunk, clunk. There's a secret. is B5, 16E, D something, I forget it now. We've entered Greenland. Oh! That's it. This is what Greenland's like. Every day. For all the Greenlandians. It's not fun. We all forget. They're constantly having to spin jump to avoid green lava. But they have an epic music. I have no idea where this song is from, to be honest. It sounds like it's from a Mega Man game. My first inclination is Mega Man or like some JRPG. Heck, maybe even like a shoot 'em up or something. Ah. Oh, son of a bitch. That is just completely not fair. This is an excellent level, and also an excellent tile set. All of it. It all works. Part of it was similar to a Super Bonk song, too. Yes. Super Bonk is great. Let's just go for the boss. I feel like this is a bit loud. All the bosses are custom bosses in this, by the way. Whoa, it's a giant spiny, I just realized. What's Bowser been feeding these things? What have you been eating? Oh. Baby, oh! Now look where I saved. Schwam. One frame from Doom, my new manifesto, formerly known as Frame Imperfect. Stories of my failure by the pixel. By the pixel. Come on, this is exactly what we needed. Just what I needed. No. You ever stop and think about what Toad's doing? Toad is in a castle, dodging fireballs and vibing. I don't know why he's here. It's his world, though. Because it's a Toad's world. Yes. No, 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 no. Save states. Okay, fine. Alright, fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's fine. What do you mean what's wrong with my voice? It's fine. It's fine. No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. we're fine. No, I sound perfectly normal. What are you talking about? We're fine, we're fine. Yeah, you can tell it doesn't bug me at all. Do we have to do this over again? Just go. Keep going forward. Damn it. That sucks. Oh, come on. That's just... Shh. Not even saying words anymore, just making noises. Third time's a try. I think it's our fourth time. Third time's a charm. No, third time's a try. Doesn't mean you're gonna get anywhere. It just means it's one of your attempts. You know what? I've been a human since the day I was born, so I think I know a thing or two. Don't fuck it up. Yes. You fucking kidding me? Great. Toad does what Toad wants. We're doing it. We're spinning the wheel. I just don't want to keep. I don't want to keep digging at it. We got so many different games to pick from, so let's check it out. Let's see what we will get next. Check out Toad's World if you want to. I'm definitely going to come back to this at some point. I'll do a stream of just Mario ROM hacks and we'll continue from where we left off. But it is a retro roulette stream, so let's see what we get. We are gonna spin our wheel, and there's 1,500 games that all are related to animals or creatures in some way. And it's gonna land on 427. Nice. What is 427? Cool. It is Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles 2 on the NES. So the second TMNT game coming up next. Pizza time. Choose your turtle. Pick your tortoise. Select your terrapin. Decide on your shelled reptile. You selected shelled reptile. You chose Sheldatello. You chose Reptile. You selected Pineapple Angelo. Please leave the arcade now. Pontificate upon your cold-blooded, semi-aquatic armored beast. The turtles are just so chill, I just can't refer to them as an armored beast. Yeah, exactly. Security just shows up. You don't get your quarterback either. They're like, please leave the arcade. And you're like, what? Apparently on the back of on the fine print of your arcade wristband, it was all written there. Semi-aquatic armored beast is a good band name for sure. It makes me think of Aqua Teen Hunger Force for some reason. It's the Aqua. Now our game category says that we're playing the Game Boy version of TMNT 2, but we're playing the NES version. And for a very long time, like in my original NES collection, I grew up with TMNT 1. Really enjoyed it, but I just assumed that the second and the third games were similar, that they were just 2D platformers. But they are more like Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist than I anticipated. And through this series, actually, it was cool to be able to go revisit those games again. One of the first arcade beat-em-ups that I played was a Simpsons arcade game and the Turtles in Time arcade. And Turtles in Time I played the most. But yeah, these games are really fun. TMNT 2, TMNT 3, you can get them as part of the Cowabunga collection. I didn't get that collection recently, but I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool to get because I know a lot of people that have it, and it would be fun to play multiplayer. But this is a challenging game. My coworker Ben caught me streaming Super Mario Bros. 3 a couple of times and mentioned, you know, obviously it looks like you're really comfortable with the game too. Like that I've played it a bunch, and I asked them what their favorite game was or what their like most played NES game was, and it was this. It was TMNT 2. Yeah, there was this like shack where my family had a cottage. There was like this shack slash community center slash like where people could do laundry and stuff. Randomly in the middle of some small town in Ontario, and they had a couple of arcade machines, and they had Simpsons Arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they had Dig Dug. And sometimes when we would go in the summer, Dig Dug would be plugged in, and sometimes it wouldn't be. But yeah, it was fun. Everyone was at the beach and I was playing that. Abamar. Who's gonna clean the doity grime off these streets? You played Turtles in Time when it was new at Cedar Point, and you've never seen it since. Didn't think about it being rare until anybody mentioned it. You know what? I've actually never seen it in any other arcade besides that place, and even the Simpsons arcade game I think I've only ever seen once since that time. But because we always went to the same place, it was like we always knew where we could go to play that game. Here we go. No, I'm gonna go with Mikey first, I think. Let me know if that's a little bit too loud or the balance is off. I always like this. The soundtracks to these three games are really great. It's basically a super fun beat 'em up. However, I will say there's no double tap forward in this. And that's a key piece of a good beat 'em up for me. I want to be able to double tap or do like a forward dash towards the enemies, because it's just very satisfying. But he has nunchucks in our Hero Turtles game. Won't somebody think of the children? No, those aren't nunchucks. Those are folded pieces of paper. Those are his 2 diplomas. Because he's a hero. We gotta get April out. Dozens of other people in the building scream for help. April? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to barge in. Let me close this door here. You weren't the one we were looking for. Oh, you want me to get some help? Yeah, I'll ask one of these purple guys to see if they can help you out. Hey, purple. There's some people in there. I need some help. Oh. Well, see ya. Yeah, you need that double tap dash. So I tried getting Fightcade working, and for some reason it doesn't work on my version of Mac. How perfect. But I might see about getting it working on my work computer or something. Pizza Hut. Everyone else is already dead. The turtles took too long to get there. They're turtles. Of course. Well, it was them, or it was the prepubescent nuclear samurai snails. And I'm pretty sure the turtles are a little faster. It's the only two numbers they had. And then one person, while the fire is you know, still raging on in the building, is like, oh, you know what? My cousin has the number of this guy, of this team that could help. They're the super slow molasses sloths. Oh, fuck. Well, guess we're gonna have to call the turtles. Turtles. Turtle soup. Tonight we dine in turtle soup. Wait, we dine on turtle soup? No, we dine in turtle soup. It's a town in Wisconsin. I live in a town called Turtle Soup. Or Turtlesburg. They're always the last to get to disasters. They handle stuff after superheroes are busy. Nice. They just show up at the end. Well, it takes them a while to get out of the sewers. And they're not just going to leave their pizza out. They gotta put the pizza in the fridge, put it in little Tupperware containers to save it for later. It's gotta keep. I mean, they're in the sewers, right? So they gotta take care of to keep their pizza. And they're not gonna rush, you know? There's a finite amount of pizzas in this world they can eat. Why would they waste one of them? And you know, Splinter's pretty old, so they gotta check, make sure Splinter's okay. Okay, you got the number in case there's any emergency, Splinter? Okay, you have our number too in the turtle van, but just in case we can't get to the phone. You leave pizza out in the sewer and the rats are gonna eat it. It doesn't take long. There's a lot of rats, exactly. They gotta protect their investment. Crusts and all. Does Splinter have his life alert on? And here's some money for pizza, Splinter. It's just always about pizza. Okay, 4.5 hours later, 4 hours and 45 minutes later, they show up. Alright, we're ready, April. Where are you? Are you in here? Oh, she is. Hey, how convenient. What's up? Now, Splinter, we charged your cell phone. Do you remember how to make a call if you need help? I think so. Thank you, my sons. Do you press the green button first or after the numbers? Oh. Oh. Come on. Oh, get him. No. And in the end, there's only one turtle here because one decided to just stay with Splinter. One had to pick up more pizza before places closed, and one stubbed his toe. Just you can hear down the different alleyways or directions of the sewer. You hear my toe, and you also hear pizza time. So good. They just never get it anywhere. So I guess with the Cowabunga collection, how it works is you can just play multiplayer with anyone. So how that is it like the Super Nintendo Online, or like the different classic Nintendo game online apps, where if you're friends with them on the Switch, then you can play. You haven't even tried the multiplayer. Nice. Yeah, I think all the games that are normally multiplayer, you can just connect and play online. I think that was like the whole draw of them being released again for the first time, because you can do that. And I don't think these games are available like just through the apps. But it is a really cool collection. It does have the Game Boy games too, right? I think. When it launched, some of them didn't have multiplayer, but they added it with a patch. Nice. Also, speaking of multiplayer beat 'em ups, if anyone has Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on the Switch, it's an awesome side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's like Double Dragon, River City Ransom, and all that kind of stuff. And actually, the first stage takes place in Toronto. The first stage is like exactly my neighborhood in Toronto that I used to live in. It's what it's clearly based off of, which is really cool. But I've been holding off playing it because I want to play multiplayer. And apparently it's online multiplayer and it works really well. So if anyone has the game, is curious and wants to play it, I'm 100% down. Whether it's on stream or not, but... Cowabunga Collection has the 4 NES games. What's the 4th one? It's TMNT 1, 2, and 3. Did they make Tournament Fighters for the NES? It's got 3 Game Boy... Oh, interesting. It's got 3 Game Boy games. It's got 2 SNES games, so Turtles in Time and Tournament Fighters. 2 Genesis games. Is that also Tournament Fighters and Hyperstone Heist? And then the 2 arcade games. Very cool. Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty good collection. There's lots of collections out there. I feel like this comes with a lot of games. And the multiplayer is a big draw. But you also have some other ones, like the Castlevania Game Boy Advance collection is pretty fantastic too. It's 3 games only, but they're really great games. And there's a lot of gameplay in each of them, like a lot of gameplay hours involved. Really fun. They're like the kid siblings to Symphony of the Night. Three versions of Tournament Fighters. Unless there's another Genesis Turtles game that I don't know of. We did beat the Genesis one, like at least the main campaign in the Genesis one on stream. It's a ton of fun in terms of like a 1v1 fighter. It is a lot of fun. Really cool to try out the different characters. What platform do I have Scott Pilgrim on? The Switch. That's the only main newer console that I have. I don't have a PS4 or PS5. I have a PS2, PS1. GameCube, NES, Super Nintendo, N64, got my original Game Boy. But the Switch is the main one that I use. Specifically, it just kind of fits into my everyday rotation schedule. I got a lot of fun games on it. A lot of cool indie games. I really like Nidhogg 2, if you've ever heard of Nidhogg 2. It's like a simple game. It's got some cool visuals. And you're basically just fighting an opponent screen by screen and trying to push your way. It's kind of like tug of war in a way. Trying to push your way right while the opponent is trying to push their way left. And if you make it to all the way to the right, then you're able to jump off of a ledge and sacrifice yourself to like a giant being called the Nidhogg. Like he will eat you once you jump off the cliff. And that's what you're doing. You're racing to be like the one that the giant beast eats. It's pretty funny. It's a simple game. It's very, very easy to just pick up and put down. I play that a lot. I love the Switch. I think it's a great console. This is rough. should not be taking this much damage from these things, but these are always really annoying in every game they appear in. All the tournament fighters are completely different games, so it's good to have all three. What is the Super Nintendo and Genesis one? Are they that different? Is it that different every game? I didn't know. Yeah, I definitely gotta get the Cowabunga collection at some point. First blood. Oh, you son of a bitch. Who do you think you... Rhino. Oh, what the... Who the... Great. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's the way. That's the way. Can we manipulate this? He's almost done. Yes. You son of a turtles. Ah, interesting. So all three tournament fighters, aside from being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games, roughly based on Street Fighter 2, they're all nothing alike. Interesting. Oh, shit. Need that double tap dash. A widescreen TV in 1989? What? Society benefited in many ways from the Technodrome invading. One of them being widescreens. Krang ordered them years ago. I demand a widescreen television. We've been using them for years. All the rock people, they all have a widescreen TV. Okay. Yes. Pizza time. What the? But Krang still watches 4 3 shows, stretched to 69. I paid for the whole TV. Amazing. To him, it doesn't look that squished. Are you gonna give me advertisements and then make them dangerous? The hell? Okay. You haven't used the Pizza Hut coupon that came with the Cowabunga collection? Oh, does it still work? Damn. Woo-hoo. God damn. What can you do? Oh. You think the coupon is good for a long time? You have to check. Nice. I mean, we didn't really need to use the pizza at that time, but it's always pizza time. Especially for Mikey. What the? Fall for it. Holy shit. Wait, he can't fall down the hole? Come on. Shit. Get out of here. So I always forget, is Bebop the Rhino and this is Rocksteady, or this is Bebop? And the Rhino is Rocksteady. This is Bebop. So give him a cowboy hat and he instantly becomes Cowboy Bebop. Would you watch that show? Trigun? It's like the old spaghetti westerns, but instead of Clint Eastwood, it's Bebop. The pork with no name. And he's super brooding and depressed because there's no Rocksteady. Rocksteady's been gone for years. Yes. Damn it. Oh, shit. It's so close, too. Oh. You gotta take that hit. Yes. Whoa. Please. Yes, bebopped. Bewopped, bebopped. You tracked down a cowboy hat from a Woody figure just to put on Bebop. Amazing. Can you somehow, how do you become a Cowboy Bebop YouTuber? Or VTuber, sorry, that'd be really funny. And then just make videos for YouTube. Just jam to like Yoko Kanno jazz music. You should totally do that. Yes. We're in the sewer level now. We bebopped our way into the sewers. 20 years ago, when your friends were talking about the show called Cowboy Bebop, you couldn't help but picture that. That's funny. Who knew a pig man could become a cowboy? No. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is probably call it, keep it a short stream today. I want to say thanks again to Burns Crackers for the follow, Did You Know Gaming, Emerald Warrior S, and 1000 Year Steven. Thank you to Zombie Paper and Bella Beluga for the recent shoutouts, and thanks to everyone for hanging out. If you're not a member of the Discord, feel free to join. I might do some streaming there this evening of just some classic cartoons. And tomorrow is my Friday, and we'll be streaming at 5 p.m. Pacific, so I will see you then. Who knows what we'll be streaming? Maybe we'll be diving into the Legend of Zelda Ancient Dungeon Challenge, which is a 255-room dungeon, and the furthest we've gotten is 122. It's randomized, we've got randomized enemies, and it doesn't even give you an overworld in terms of a ROM hack. It's a really fun one. Highly recommend checking it out, and also recommend checking out Toad's World, which is what we played earlier today to start things off, or the Cowabunga Collection on the Switch. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. Happy Monday. Stick around. We're going to play some music, and we're going to raid someone. Who are we going to raid and clean the doid off these streets? The streets are doidy. The scum. We don't get to raid our friend Moosebones that often. We also just got followed recently by Lead Ostrich. So let's head over to Lead Ostrich's channel, keep the animal themes going. And maybe they can clean the doid off these streets. Get doidy. See you in the next part.